Hi, have a nice lunch. So what happens if Iran gets the bomb? What happens if they continue their development of ballistic missiles? How do we defend against them? How does Israel defend against them? What do we do? How does it happen? It's one thing to say economic sanctions, and we hope that they work. It's another thing to cheer wildly when, I presume, Israeli intelligence puts the Stuxnet virus in the middle of the Iranian nuclear complex and sends it back 2 years. And I hope that Mossad has more tricks up its sleeve. But, what happens if? What happens if all of this fails and they do develop the bomb and they do develop missiles? After all, North Korea did. How much intelligence can it take? So that's a serious question. And the answer is becoming increasingly apparent, and we need to be frank about it and discuss it. The first option, the most important thing, is to be able to shoot down Iranian missiles as they might attack Israel and as they might attack the United States. Now, there's a liberal myth that the Strategic Defense Initiative, SDI, was Star Wars and some crazy conception. The fact of the matter is that with sea-launched Aegis anti-missile missiles, they've conducted 24 tests. 20 of them have resulted in destruction of the missile by kissing it, by literally touching the missile on the way down, not a proximity fuse, but literally touching it. And it's an unbelievable streak of success. Now, the problem is that the United States only has 18 Aegis sea-based interceptor missile units. The budget calls for 38 of them, and we need to accelerate that program and build them so we can put them all around the Persian Gulf and just have them sit there. And when any Iranian missile goes up, they're right on top of it and they're targeting it. But a missile has 3 phases. One is its launch, the other is its traveling in outer space, and the third is when it comes down and explodes in the target. Now, under the Reagan administration, the focus was on land-based interceptors. And that's why the Bush administration was pushing Poland and the Czech Republic to let the missiles be installed there. Ground-based missiles can't intercept in the launch phase or in the space phase, but they can as the thing's coming down. Now, the problem is, first of all, if you miss, you're going to get hit. Secondly, if you hit the missile, it comes apart and the debris falls on your own country and could precipitate significant damage. And thirdly, you only have a certain time to hit it as it's dropping, and sometimes the missile MIRVs, which means instead of just one missile, it breaks into 12 separate warheads, and you may not be able to catch them all. So the answer is to do it from outer space. The answer is to have space-based missile interceptors. If you have it in outer space, they can look at the ground and see the minute a missile is launched. Now, when a missile is launched, it's traveling no faster than a car, and then no faster than a plane. It only achieves huge speed when it reaches outer space and goes into suborbital velocity. So if you're in outer space, you can catch that missile just as it's launching. It won't have a chance to MIRV into 12 different warheads yet. It'll be moving slowly, and the debris falls on Iran. It doesn't fall on Israel or the United States. But under the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty, space-based weapons were banned. But Bush renounced the treaty. The U.S. has withdrawn from the treaty. It's no longer bound by it. But this administration has refused to open up a space-based interceptor program. We have to do it. We have to do it quickly. And we have to have our own little arms race. Develop a capability to do that before Iran develops a missile and a warhead. So there is a solution. We just have to be bold enough to seize it. Thanks for watching, and have a nice lunch.